something that I was thinking about, and I wanted to talk to you guys about it, and that is hunger. Now, hunger has a negative connotation. We always just think that hunger is bad, right? We don't want to be hungry. Well, you don't want to be hungry, and people automatically think hunger. Hanger, right? Well, I'm hangry. And the Snickers company has done a great job building a whole campaign out of hangry, or hunger turning into hanger, which is the mixture between hunger and anger. And they have made being hungry a problem. And our society in general has brainwashed us into believing that being hungry is a problem. Of course, why wouldn't it? Because the world runs on money, right? And the food industry's job is to sell you more food. So, of course, they want you hungry. They genetically modify food to where it's not satisfying, but it leaves you wanting more. That's their job. They have very, very good scientists that create foods that leave you empty. At the very second that you eat it, it tastes like the most fulfilling, wonderful thing you've ever tasted, but then it leaves you feeling empty and to where you want more and more and more. It's brilliant, right? It's a brilliant marketing idea. And then the food manufacturers have created some amazing foods that have left us hungry. We eat it. The Cheeto is a great example of this. The Cheeto has a certain melting point on the tongue. And what it does is, as you're eating it, it quickly dissolves on the tongue, and then it doesn't take up much room in your stomach. Still full of calories, still spikes insulin, still spikes your blood sugar, triggers a ton of insulin. But then as soon as you eat it, it leaves you feeling empty and you want more and more and more. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. So society has brainwashed us into believing that hunger is not a good thing, and that we need more and more and more food, and that and we need to eat frequently to keep up our metabolism, which I've told you and I've proven to you over and over is absolutely false. And it's part of what's keeping us sicker and sicker. So society has brainwashed us into believing that hunger is bad. But if you think about it, hunger is the first element of self-discipline. Because if you can control what you eat and drink, you can control anything. Why do we think that being hungry is so bad? And I'm not talking about the starving kids in third world countries. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about here in America, where we have an abundance of food for the majority of people, where we have an abundance of calories. And we have been brainwashed into believing that hunger is bad. Why is hunger so bad? Why is it that we feel a little bit of hunger and, Katie barred the door? Oh, my goodness. We need to start thinking and start believing that hunger is the first element of self-discipline. Think about that. If you can control what you eat or drink, and you can control your body when it gets hungry, I mean, that is incredible power. That is incredible self-discipline. If we cannot let ourselves just get so worked up as soon as we start feeling a little bit of hunger pangs, as soon as our body starts crying out to us, oh my gosh, feed me, feed me, feed me, feed me. If we have the ability to think our way through that, because we know we ain't going to die, right? I mean, you guys have seen my magnet that I passed out during one of the incentive gifts during one of our challenges. It's ain't nobody going to die from skipping a meal. I did the math, and I have enough stored body fat to last me 70 days without eating. 70 days, and that's my body fat percentage at 16% body fat. Okay, that's 70 days. Believe me when I tell you, you ain't gonna die from skipping a meal. But imagine the power that you feel. And I know, because I've gone without eating, and I have experienced extreme hunger, and I know what that feels like, and I have pushed through. And it's such a great feeling to master that you are not a slave to the hunger. You are not a slave to what society has brainwashed us into believing. And you ain't gonna die from skipping a meal. You're really not. Hunger is the first element of self-discipline. If you can master hunger, if you can control what you eat or drink, that is the ultimate feeling of control. It feels so good to not give in every time you have a hunger pang. Every time your body starts screaming at you. And some of you guys want to blame your hypoglycemia. I'm hypoglycemic. No, probably, I don't know. I'm just saying that probably you've been so used to eating all the time that if you go a little while without eating, your body starts screaming at you for some more food and you start shaking because you're used to running high blood sugars. But bring your blood sugar back down to where it should be, between 80 and 120. 80 and 100, actually. 80 and 120 is a little too high. Even 80. I mean, people on the Code Red lifestyle can easily run 65, 75 and be perfectly fine in between meals. That's a good thing, by the way. But your body's so used to, because you're feeding us all the time and you're feeding it processed food. So when your blood sugar drops down to normal range, which is low for you, you start shaking and getting sweat above your lip and you start, your body is screaming for more sugar. Sure, that's called an addiction. You got to train it to be like, no, you're fine. You're fine. You're going to be all right. Imagine that. Imagine having the ultimate control over your own hunger. The great thing about the Code Red lifestyle is we eat a high-fat diet. And when you nourish your body on a cellular level, you are not always hungry. On a high-fat diet, you're not always starving. Because who wants to be, who wants to be miserable? Nobody wants to be miserable. But we eat 2 meals. We eat a high-fat diet. We stop eating before 6:30 p.m. We don't eat until the next day until we're hungry again. But if you do feel a little bit of hunger, why don't you stop and just enjoy that? And enjoy the fact that you are mastering that. That you are a slave to nobody. That you have mastered that self-discipline. That you are not giving in just because your body is giving you a little bit of stomach growlies. That is really great self-control. You don't give in at the first sign of hunger. It feels so good. It feels so good to be able to just ain't no big deal. So what? I'm feeling a little bit of hunger. I'll eat when I get home. I'll eat when I get there. I'll eat when I'm ready. I'll eat when I get done with this job. I'll eat when I get to work, or whatever your situation is. The Code Red lifestyle teaches you self-control and self-discipline. And ain't nobody going to die from skipping a meal. So don't be so quick to just to give in to that hunger feeling. Imagine if you can actually master that hunger feeling. It's the first element of self-discipline. And if you can control it, you can control anything. If you can master that, you can master anything. Learn how to eat the right way. Learn how to eat that nourishes your body. Your body will send it very clear signals that it's hungry. And if you're not in a position where you can eat at that time, you can tell your body just to hang on and that you're going to be all right. You control what's going on. You call the shots. Nobody calls the shots but you. You pick when you eat. You pick what you eat. You don't eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner just because it's 8, noon, and 6. You don't eat 3 meals and 2 snacks just because that's what society is brainwashing us to believe in. You do what's right for you. You can do this. You can master this. You really can. You can get control over food. You do not have to let food control you. This is what we teach you on the 10-Pound Takedown Challenge. 10poundtakedown.com. We start on November 4th. That's going to be the last challenge of the year. Go into the holidays in control. It might be the first holiday you've ever been in control. Nobody controls you but you. You call the shots. You set the boundaries. You set the parameter. you can master the self-discipline. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I'll see you on the 10-pound takedown challenge, okay? All right.